Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told how to voice the radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at Generations. I want to go back in time a little bit to that lovely Pokémon TCG set, Generations. And I want to talk about the fact that buying sealed product or sealed booster packs of this set now makes no sense, and you absolutely should not do it. Good? Good. Because you see, if we look at the price of sealed products for Generations, it's ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely ridiculous. One of the things that makes me honestly a little bit sad, there was the Generations Tag Team Premium Collection. They had it selling off in a store near me, like below retail, a couple of years ago, because it was a while since we'd actually seen Generations. And I was going to buy it, and I was like, well, I don't really need it right now. And even on sale, it's still a moderately expensive product because there's a playmat and all that in it. I think I'll leave it. Yeah, that was dumb, wasn't it? You know, you go on eBay right now, you know, looking on US eBay, and we've got $250, $220, and $265. It is, disappointing, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. I should have picked up that product. But that's on me, ladies and gentlemen. I done a silly, and I'm the one that's going to have to deal with that. We could look at the Charizard EX collection. That's currently, well, I mean, there's a couple listings on here. The first two that come up on eBay, you're looking at $205 and $290. And honestly, having a look around here, that $205 is actually looking pretty gosh darn cheap. The sealed products from Generations have gone a little bit stupid. Also, the $290 one, apparently 16 of them have actually sold through eBay. So, yeah, sealed products of Generations, no, absolutely not. Not a great idea. Here's the thing, though. I don't see why anyone would be buying sealed Generations right now unless they wanted it for a sealed collection. So let's take the Charizard box, right? That Charizard has a promo Charizard in. There's a figure and a few packs and a Charizard. So if you're buying that box as a non-sealed product collector, and again, I'm not talking to collectors of sealed product here, because obviously you're going to want to buy the sealed product. That's a given. But to everybody else, the best thing about this is the Charizard. Yeah, that's not that expensive, honestly, right now. I mean, like, the market price is $42, apparently. But the last few sold, admittedly, they were lightly played or moderately played, but they're sitting there at like $20, $25. The market price is $40, all right? So what that basically means is, instead of paying like $300 for the box, you could just go and get yourself the promo Charizard, and that would be significantly cheaper, which I think is probably a good idea. And I know the last few sold were not mint, but the market price is $43, and you'll actually see it's come down a bit from its peak. So, once again, not entirely sure why we would want to buy the box. We could go and buy the Charizard a lot cheaper. Like, if you look at the promos from the Playmat collection, the Tag Team collection, oh, it's got a Charizard and breaks in. Surely that's going to be a ridiculously expensive card? No. That Charizard and Breaks in promo is like $20. The market price is $20, and the last few sold were near mint, and they went for $24, $19, and $18. So no, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to go and spend $200 plus on the Playmat collection when you could spend 10% of that and get the best promo that it actually comes with. And this is my point here. Don't go buying the sealed products, there's no point. Just go and pick up these promos if you're after them. Don't know how long they're going to be cheap for, but you know what? I mean, if we have a look at the Charizard and Breaks in, for instance, you'll notice that it went up to $20, crashed down to like $15, and now it's in the past year, and now it's crept back up to like $20. So maybe this does keep growing. Maybe over time this does end up getting a lot more expensive. It's certainly, if you want to buy singles, now's a pretty good time. But what about if we're not just picking up the promos? I think I've made my point about promos here, okay? So, what about if you just want packs in a set? Wossy, I hear you shout. That's fine, but we don't just want the promos, we want some cards from Generations. That's what we're really looking for here. Well, I've got wonderful news, ladies and gentlemen. Because you see, Generations, as a set, is ludicrously cheap. Like, ridiculously cheap. Do you want to know what the number one card is in the whole of Generations? The number one single to be pulling from Generations is Mega Charizard EX, which is sitting there with a market price of $55. The number two card in the set, this is from the Radiant Collection. Remember, there was a Radiant Collection, not unlike nowadays Trainer Gallery. So you had kind of a second slot where you could pull really rare cards. The number two card in the entire set is Sylveon EX with a market price of $35. What's the market price of a booster pack over on TCG Player? $43. So a booster pack is more expensive than every single card in the set other than the Mega Charizard EX, which is the most expensive one. And that's got a market price of $10 more. Cool. Why am I buying packs? And if we head on over to eBay, for instance, because, you know, maybe TCG Players lying to us, ladies and gentlemen, what's it going to take to get a booster pack of Generations if we just want to go and buy one single booster pack? Yeah, like $40. They're over $40. Here's a listing, $43 for one pack. 43 people are watching it. If anyone's unaware, if lots of people are watching it, it generally means it's a decent one, because a lot of people are kind of watching, seeing if it drops down in price a little bit and then jumping on it, or, you know, just kind of waiting to see. It's waiting to see if it sells, whatever. It means it's a decent price. $43. Why am I paying that much for a pack of Generations? Incidentally, that is the market price over on TCG Player. Quite possibly not a coincidence. People may well be using the TCG Player market price to set their eBay price. But my point is, I showed you that the two biggest cards in the set, one of them was less than the booster pack by $10 and one was $10 more. And from there, the drop-off is pretty steep. We've got the Flareon EX, the full art from the Radiant Collection. It's a sub $30 card. We've got the Pikachu, the full art, the pile of Pikachu card. Again, from the Radiant Collection, it's like $25. It does say listings from $5. There aren't. Ignore the listings, just look at the market price. I'm not seeing 95 listings as low as $4.50. Honestly, sorry about that. But then we've got things like the Charizard EX. The regular one is a $20 card. The Gardevoir EX from the Radiant Collection, which is a stunning card, it's $20. And again, you might be thinking, well, hang on a second, Wossy. Come on. These can't be real. These prices have got to be a little bit too low. Nah. If we go and have a look for the pile of Pikachu over on eBay, the last sold was like $26.61. So no, these TCG Player prices are not ridiculously low. They are exactly in line with where we imagined they should be. And this is kind of my point here. These singles are low. Really, like, weirdly low. Like, I go and check stuff like this all the time. I just go, hey, hang on a second. I wonder what's happening with this card. And I go and have a little bit of a gander. And then I go down a bit of a rabbit hole and I start just looking at all the most expensive cards from Generations. And then I realize that we're in this weird dichotomy where we've got this set in Generations where the sealed product is all ridiculously expensive, but the singles are all ridiculously cheap. And the only thing I can do is come out and give you my honest Wossy advice, you know, friendly advice from your old pal Wossy here. And that is, do not buy single Generations products unless you really want to have a sealed collection. And if you have sealed Generations products, do not open them. Because I'm telling you right now, whatever card it is, that you want to be pulling. Like, if you're thinking, hey, let's open up these packs of Generations, I could pull X card, just go and buy the single. At this stage, you are way better off buying singles from Generations than you're ever going to be actually opening packs. It seems like the days of opening packs of Generations is basically gone. It's not worth it anymore. The sealed products have gone to ridiculous levels, and at this stage, they should only exist as a sealed collection, whereas the singles prices are so low at this stage that they really are. It's just a great time to be going and picking these up as singles. Which does then lead me to my last point of the video. I'm not imagining that this is going to last forever. Like right now, as I've just explained to you in great detail over the past 10 minutes, we are in this wonderful situation where singles prices for Generations they're low. They're like beautifully low. They are really spectacularly cheaply low. Let's not all pretend that this is going to be a long-term thing. I don't know when. Don't have that information. But at some point in the future, we are going to see these singles prices of Generations jumping up. And when they do, I've shown you what's happening with the products. When these singles prices start jumping up, that's going to be it. And that's going to be it forever. We're not going to see them coming back down again. They will go up and they will stay up. So my advice was and remains very, very clear. If you have an interest in Generations, ignore sealed products unless you want to keep a sealed collection. And if you want to buy any singles, now is the time to go and buy those singles. Don't leave it till later. You will probably end up regretting it. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Have you bought Generations? What do you think of Generations? Are you excited by Generations? Have I said the word Generations a bit too much? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord and chat with us. Doesn't have to be about Pokemon. It can be about anything. And you can get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Tom the Game Nerd, who's been a supporter of ours for a couple of months now and seems to be a very lovely person. So thank you very much for the support and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.